What's going on, guys? My name is Chaos Pro,
And I am Skinny Lad Chris.
and we are your Marvel Rival podcast hosts. So, this is episode 4. Today, we're going to be doing something a little bit different and a little bit fun. But before we get into any of the things that we will be doing, I got to basically address some things. One, Chris is at a family member's house, so that is why he's not using his camera. Do you want to explain to the viewers?
I am a gorgeous cat man in a suit. Don't even question it.
So, as some may not know, Chris's logo is the cute little cat. That's actually his logo, and he sent. This
He's my glorious boy.
So he does not have his camera. So just for those wondering why, because Chris likes to troll, and that's plain and simple.
What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about. I think it looks great.
Okay. So today we're going to be basically giving you episode 4, and we're going to be going ahead and talking about some fun topics. But before we get into any of it, if you guys can, please don't forget to like and subscribe, as we try to do these every week on a consistent basis every Monday. I usually release them at 6 a.m. So when you wake up, it should be right in your inbox, ready to go. So today we're going to be actually doing not one, but 2 separate tier lists. And then maybe a miscellaneous category. But me and Chris are going to be discussing a tier list that we're going to do together, but we're going to compromise on characters. And we're going to go by character based on how easy and how hard they are to use. For those that aren't very, familiar with the game, obviously, the game is not out yet. We have had a lot of time and we were able to essentially play a lot, so we can give you
a lot of time.
Yeah, we've played a lot of time. So
a very a lot of time.
We've put in a couple hundred hours, and I'd say close to actually 1,000 combined between both of us. So when the game does get released, you're gonna have an understanding from the easiest to the hard. This is purely our opinions, but we wanted to do something fun for this podcast. So we're going to go ahead and hop right over. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start this off. I'm going to put Spider-Man in the very, very back. Just
keep him back there, hidden away.
That's the most obvious. So, okay, let me go ahead and write this out. This is going to be easy. Kinda. Easy. We'll do. Should we do hardest as in S tier, or should we do easy as S tier?
Easy S tier. Easy
S tier. Okay. So we're gonna go from easy to hardest. Kinda easy. Basically, what do we put in as our middle one?
Medium. Just medium.
Mid. Gonna go
just mid.
Mid. It's truly enough. Kinda. Mid.
Kinda. What is kind? No, go back. just do
somewhat hard.
Somewhat. Yeah, somewhat hard.
Yeah, somewhat hard.
These rankings are crazy.
Somewhat, one word, yeah. Okay. Somewhat easy. Mid, somewhat hard,
try hard,
and then sweat.
Yeah, sweat, that works too.
Sweaty casual. Imagine.
Yeah. What does that mean?
A sweaty casual, someone that's a casual but they sweat their hearts out in quick play, like Victorian. No, I'm joking.
Do not do Vic like that.
I wouldn't. Okay, so all right, cool. So we have our categories. We have easy, somewhat easy, mid, somewhat hard, and sweat. Sweaty.
Sweaty rankings. These rankings are so silly. Okay. You starting off with Hulk? You starting with Hulk?
I guess we start with the tanks, or do we want to start off with tanks, or how do you want to go about this? I mean, we could go with who we just in general think is the easiest. Who do you think is the overall easiest? Scarlet Witch? Okay.
Easiest. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Like, honestly, sadly, yeah, she's the easiest by far.
You really think so?
I mean, because okay, are we basing it off like how techie you can be with them, or how easy they are as like a character to play?
I think just in general, you've never played a video game before, and you need to pick up a character because in general, I do think she's pretty brain rotty. Like it's just hold
Because
down
like
trigger.
besides like the few techie things you can do with her, she has a stun. She has like a Moira primary that just heat seeks. I mean, I'd say just easy. Put her in easy.
All right. Should we put it as a broken easy?
Bro,
You know, no. Here.
What are you trying to do to my main? Stop
I got it. I got it. Brain dead.
No. Yeah, you're cooked.
Brain dead. And then
Somewhat brain dead.
easy. Easy. This is fun. I'm having a blast. Mid. All right, so
brain dead. That's the tier list. There you go.
Brain rot. There you go.
Rot. Perfect. Now that's something I love.
Okay, so we'll do brain rot, easy, mid, somewhat hard, and then sweat. Okay.
Perfect.
This is good. I like this. Actually, yeah, somewhat hard. We'll just do hard.
Medium hard.
Mid hard. No, we'll keep it at somewhat. Mid hard.
No one's gonna be able to understand this tier list.
Okay, so all right, let's have some fun. Brain rotting wise, I think in terms of the easiest, I would say Scarlet Witch. I'd actually put Punisher because I feel like most people that don't know how to actually play the game, like they don't actually know how, like, right? Like they're just getting
Yeah, I mean, he's like 90% just aim. He's like soldier.
Yeah, like if you don't know what you're doing and you just want to get into the game, I feel like most people are going to just pick Punisher because he's just gun ho shoot, like he just jumps in, starts shooting. You really can't do less for your team. I mean, keep in mind, I've seen some Punishers just walk in and
it's possible. Trust me, it's possible.
This is a team-based game, but in terms of this, like he's definitely like he's just the character that you just need to aim and shoot. Okay, who else would you say is on the easy?
Is brain rot? I'm trying to think of how easy.
Star-Lord?
Nah. He's pretty techie.
Jeff,
easy. Yeah.
No.
Honestly, no. Yeah. I mean, right now you can put Jeff in like just easy.
You think?
I feel like he's easy.
He's pretty easy. I mean, his his hard part is like hitting his like damage shots.
It's
not his teeth.
It's not. No, you're actually a troll. No, he has to. Do you think he's mid? Do you think he's mid or easy?
I think you do need to have some kind of survival.
Because like have to. He's a projectile, so you have to aim. Like that's not with his healing.
Yeah, he is an aim base, but
at the same time, his healing is just like
I would say
spraying people down with the fire hose.
I would say Rocket's a lot easier to use, surprisingly, than
Jeff. Easy. Rocket's
because you don't actually have to have good aim with Rocket. You just need to hold down the click. If it bounces, it'll heal. I'd say he's he easier?
He's brain rot. He might be brain rot. He feels. I don't know. He feels like Rocket is so easy to play though.
Yeah, he is really. I think
but put him in easy. Put him in easy.
I think he's. He's element. Like you could be not a good player and still use Rocket as a healer and still do substantially like okay. Like I do think carries heals for a more novice based player.
Yeah, I mean he kind of has like a brain rotty kit, but I feel like overall he's probably easy. Like put him above Jeff, I think.
You think like here?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I guess we'll just go down the list. All right. Where do you put Hulk?
Sweat.
You think he's a sweat?
I feel like.
I mean, with all that rage.
Because I mean, he's like. I feel like Hulk's good. Like he's definitely good where he is, but I feel like
he is hard to play. Like,
but he's like, yeah. Like I feel like to live, like to do everything right and live, can be hard, especially if like you're just playing them. Yeah, I feel like he might be sweat.
I would say Star-Lord. Star-Lord, I actually think is kind of medium to hard. I feel like although he has a really good like kit, I do think to like you have to actually have he's not a character you can just pick up and just kind of go crazy with because he does kind of have to be close-ish range to excel and you need to have really good tracking. So I would say
You need good tracking. You need good movement.
you have to have really good moving. I'm almost tempted to put him into hard.
I think somewhat hard. I think mid is like not right for him.
No, you know what? I think mid's fine because like when you think of
You
somewhat
think he's
hard,
mid?
I think when you think of somewhat hard, I think of like a character that like has a lot to offer. Like for instance, like I think he's mid because like you can still like the ultimate can still kind of carry. Like it's a pretty easy enough like ultimate that like in
Hmm.
general like you do need to have good tracking and like good movement, but even then like your ultimate can still like kind of pop off for you. I've seen people just kind of use the ultimate and not get any kills and then just
Yeah, I mean
get only
he's
the
got built-in aim, but at the same
yeah.
time, I don't know. I feel like I guess he's okay in mid.
We'll keep him
I think
we'll keep him at
we
mid for
could think
now.
about it. We could think about it.
A lot of newer players still go to him. Like they still go to
Yeah.
him, so like there must be some aspect to him that they feel is like pretty straightforward. So I'll put him in the middle of the pack. He's not the
Nah.
hardest thing,
I mean,
but
he's definitely not sweat.
yeah, he's not sweat. I would say next is to be really like to actually learn their characters. I would say Venom is somewhat hard to actually learn. Just
I
to do it
don't.
properly.
You think so? I feel
Yeah,
like I feel like maybe because like I was gonna say mid, but you have a point. I feel like if you like you gotta know when to use your cooldowns, or else you're just gonna die.
you do need actually like you need some
You
you
definitely
need
need to think in
you
terms of like when you're going to dive
well you're the
and
start
stuff
of the
like that.
team. Like you're the start of everything. Like you dive
Yeah.
in, you have to coordinate with your team. You have to have really good cooldown. You have to like actually have really good cooldown management with him in order to survive and you need to know how to back off. Like you have to actually have some solid game sense.
Hmm.
And he's not like just like although people like playing him to execute him properly,
Yeah, you
he's
have to know how to do good entry and how to leave
yeah, and you have
without
to
just dying on
yeah.
cooldown.
I would say he's like actually kind of a hard pickup just because diving is not like it's not an easy thing to learn correctly. It takes time to learn that. And I would definitely put him I wouldn't say like oh middle like diving's so easy. Like I would say all the dive characters are typically like a lot harder to learn cuz you need to know how to execute. And then Victorian I think goes at brain
Victorian
rot.
is brain rot. He's brain rot. But say
No.
specifically, Vic's Magneto is brain rot.
Okay, so I actually think playing Magneto is actually kind of hard. Like
I think you can put him in somewhat hard.
I can play a Magneto. Like I know how to play him now. I actually didn't play him a lot during the alpha, but in the beta I played him a good deal. But you actually need to know how to execute or you can't just spam all of his cooldowns like willingly. Like to actually play him correctly, it's kind of like he does take also a lot of cooldown management
Hmm.
specifically. He has a lot. He has a big kit. Like he has one of like he has actually a massive kit. Like he has his bubbles. He can bubble himself or bubble the teammate.
He
You
also
know,
just has things that a lot of people didn't even know. Like when you shoot into the bubble, it gives him the bullets.
yeah, it gives him his pushback. Like
Yeah,
his
for his like
storm.
little combo he can do. So I feel like I think somewhat hard is fair.
Someone's hard's fair. Do you think he's harder than Venom?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Um. So okay. Well, actually, well then he'd be this way. Yeah. Are we going? We're going.
Oh
I guess
yeah,
we're
yeah. In terms of who's yeah, so Venom would be in front.
okay. Uh, Groot actually
Mm.
is kind of mid-ish to somewhat hard. I think a lot of the tanks are hard to use in general. I'd say only mid because you have walls.
Uh-huh.
You actually need to be really fast with your hands to play Groot. So technically, I think he's actually kind of hard to do correctly. Now, most players can survive with him pretty easy just because he's just really bulkish.
Yeah, he's pretty straightforward as well. Like
He's
his
pretty
kit.
straightforward. Yeah, but you have like a long reach. You have a grenade that you can throw. His ultimate's pretty easy to use. Just you throw it on the ground, it pulls people in. Pretty easy for the most part. But the walls,
Yeah, the walls. Fortniting is like the only hard part about him, I think. Like in terms of actually knowing when to like use them for combos and stuff.
yeah, like blocking off. Like you need to know
Because
on
like
the
if you wall
fly.
off, you can wall off nade ult and do like that stuff. But I feel like most people
Well, yeah, you can
don't do
also
that.
like wall off your opponents
Mhm.
from being healed. You can wall off the healers and their front line. You can
Yeah.
completely wall that off and separate. You can
See, I feel like
force
that's why
fights.
that's mid's good for him. That's like I feel like that kind of stuff is pretty obvious, or like most people will pick up on
Yeah.
that you should be doing. So I feel like mid's fair.
We like Fortnite. We like Fortnite.
I love
Uh
Fortnite. I love Fortnite. I love Fortnite.
have you seen that where the kids are just like,
Yes,
we like
yes, yes.
Fortnite?
That's you.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, so yeah, I'd say he's mid. He's close. He's like verge of somewhat hard to utilize, but for the most part, if you just get scared, you can just put a wall up between you and the opponent and just be like, all right, I'm retreating. Um,
Doctor Strange. I
uh,
think
he's actually pretty easy
he's pretty easy. I think
for a tank. It's not
yeah.
hard. It's like his game plan. Like even if you're not the best player, he's a pretty default tank to like understand. Like okay, I have a big wall. I'm gonna block things. Like he is easy to use and pretty straightforward
Mhm.
to obviously do him, play him correctly. That's a whole nother perspective, I think. But I think he's actually a really
In
really
terms of just
easy
the
tank.
character's easiness itself, I think he's pretty easy. Like
Yeah, like he's got great health. He's got a great attack. He's got
his ult is really straightforward.
yeah, he just frees people. The teleport can be a little like I would say the teleport is hard to use. You
Yeah,
could
knowing
on
how to use it right is like game sense thing. Like you gotta. I mean, if you don't use it right, you just waste it. So
I almost feel like the teleport isn't even really qualified as a part of his kit. Like every other character doesn't have something like that, right? Where it's like you have the teleport, you can use it, but there's still times that you don't even really use it. Like it's just kind of there, but I don't know how to better explain that.
I don't know. It's either like an overtime like saving tool or like an entry tool.
Yeah, like you
I mean,
just
I see people use it to like in mid fights and stuff, but it's like most of the time, if they're not just already on Doctor Strange, they just use it to come back in overtime.
I think if you want a very elementary tank, I think Doctor Strange is pretty easy. Like I've seen a lot of people that just like they go right for him
Yeah, I mean,
because
I think if you were like just your first time playing the game, you play Doctor Strange, you'll probably have a good time.
you don't play Penny because
Yeah, you don't you just never play Penny actually.
I actually really like Penny. I started playing her towards the end, and she was
I know
actually
you were telling me you were having a good time on Penny.
she's actually like when you really learn her, she's hard. Like, but when you learn her and you actually have the comp with her, like, you can freeze people up a lot. Like every 3 seconds, she has like a web ability. Some
Mhm.
of her kit, I do think she needs a slight rework. Like, I don't.
She
I
has a
think
pretty unique kit, like a pretty wacky one.
she's pretty wacky.
Do you think she's
mean.
sweat? She's pretty goofy.
I think she's easily a sweat. I don't think this is a character you just pick up and then you figure it out. Like this is a character that you need to go into literal training mode and you need to think outside the box while still participating with your team. Like
Yeah.
she is like the Rubik's cube of like this game. Like this
I mean, she just has so many little doodads about it. Like she has so many little like abilities, and
she
you have to
has
know how to like time them right as well.
Yeah, she has this ability where she does have her like a web ability, right? Where you can like web yourself to the wall and then like it's like a transportation tool. But like I didn't even know this for the longest of time until I finally read it. You can
It
use
heals
that
you.
it can heal you.
It heals you. Yeah, a lot of people did not know that.
And I'm just like, "Oh, I'm going to camp walls and just keep healing myself because clearly my healers don't know what they're doing." So
Yeah, just stand in your webs. You'll be fine.
yeah, I'll just hey guys, I need heals. I need heals. All right, you know, I'll just web the wall. Yeah, she has a very unique kit. In general, I think she's definitely big brain. She's
Yeah.
probably, I actually think she's the hardest character next. I think she's one of the hardest characters, probably top two or top one. And I'm not going to. We're not going to talk about the hardest. But
Yeah, I think she's just super like unique.
yeah,
Like her kit is like no one else's kit in the game right now.
she's like all set up and like she does good at what she does. I mean, she can lead her minefield down, make it so keep it from people from like pushing in.
Mhm.
It
Yeah,
can
I mean
be
there's like pen explode,
yeah.
like pen explode. Like there's people who are I've saw it consistently in top 500 the whole time I was playing. So like if you're good with her, you can make it work.
Yeah, she's definitely the hardest. She is viable. Like you can make her work, but like she's in the Rubik's cube. She takes a
You
special
got to know how
mind.
to play her. You got to know
Yeah.
how to play her.
All right. Next on the list is Thor. What do you think
I
about
think I
Thor?
think I honestly somewhat hard.
You think so?
Yeah. I don't think he's sweat, but I think he's somewhat hard.
I'm gonna be actually crazy on this. I actually think he's mid.
You think he's mid?
Yeah.
I
So here's the
mean,
thing.
his
Once
kid's pretty straightforward.
once you like you do, he's a character like you can't just like pick him up and then like run into a game. You do have to read his abilities. I would recommend everyone to always read the abilities before playing a character. But once you figure out the one little niche combo that he has, he is really, really, really simple to use. And that ability is that his F ability throws thunderbolts,
Mhm.
thunder discs, right? And then you won't be able to use that for a while. And then, like, if someone pushes you or if you push someone, you just pop your little electric bubble and then you just do the F ability again. And that is pretty much it. He does have hard components to him, like knowing when to dash and throw his hammer in and all that other stuff. So I do think he is kind of. You said you think he's hard.
I think I feel like he's hard to like pick up
I you
kind
know
of thing.
I will agree with you on this.
You know what I mean?
I do
Like
think
I think
he's
once you play him, you're like you know not to just like feed your cooldowns and like how to use them properly. But I feel like if you're just first picking up Thor, you might just like feed.
yeah, because you're gonna just want to go in. And you're gonna think in your mind, oh, I just need to be a melee. I need to be a melee, and then you find out that he actually has a projectile that is very.
Mhm.
It's like it has a cooldown, but there's a way to get it back, and that takes time. But yeah, I would say he's probably somewhat hard. You don't think he's
Yeah,
brain rot?
I think he's. I saw some brain rot Thors out there, but I think he might be somewhat hard.
All right, so
No, you think he's brain rot?
I think he's the easiest character in this game.
I think
No,
he's like.
he's
I
super
think
sweat. Are you kidding
I
me?
don't. Do you think he's?
He's really hard to use.
Do you think he's harder than Penny?
Uh, oh, I thought this was the.
Number one.
Oh, is this number one? Is this to the right as number one? No,
Yeah,
we'll have it. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I think he's
I guess it doesn't matter.
yeah. In
We don't have
general,
to do it in specific order.
okay. So I do think Black Panther is extremely hard. I like using him, but to actually execute his plan, like you have to be willing to take in a lot of like damage, knowing how to get in, how to get out, how to utilize his kit, not don't
He's
overuse
he's
things.
just so punishable though. Like
Yeah, he's really
I feel
really
like
hard.
he's like if you mess up, you mess up bad. Like you kind of just die most of the time.
Should we make a secondary category called the smelly smell?
Yeah,
Should we? Okay.
the smelly sweats.
Yeah. How do I add?
Oh wait, go down, go down. Go to the bottom one or up. Where are you going?
I don't
Okay,
know.
the right where there's the little gear on the very bottom row, and then add row below. Perfect. What are you doing? Okay, yeah, and then click on the gear on new.
There we go.
and then you can change the color to something new.
We're gonna make it blue. I'm gonna call this the BO for body odor. We're putting her down there.
Yeah.
Body odor. Okay, so yeah, okay. So this is kind of fun. In general, I would say this is the worst tier list I think I've ever made in my life. Purely for the laughs.
Dude, I'm telling you, this is actually such a brain rot tier list.
Yeah, it's just pretty fun. I'm having a blast. Okay, we're gonna put Magic next to Punisher, yeah?
Next to Panther. I think, yeah.
Or Punisher.
I mean,
yeah, Panther.
mm, I mean,
Yeah, it's
I
fair.
don't know if she's that hard to play.
You know what? I would say she's hard to play, but she's a lot easier.
I
to
feel
play
like,
than
yeah,
Panther.
she's way more lenient than Panther is, for
Yeah.
sure.
Huh?
Hella brain rot. Hella goes in brain rot.
I think she's mid.
You think so?
You have to have aim, like, or she's kind of.
I mean, it's true. That's true for every character, though.
She is kind of like positioning and aim. Like I've seen
Yeah,
I've seen people with Hela that just don't show up on the board.
okay,
Like,
yeah.
Like if you're not hitting,
I mean, mid's fair. Mid's fair.
Yeah, I think mid's fair. Like and generally, she is, in my opinion, the most like easily is the best character in the game. But you know, obviously, you do need to have good aim. You need to have you need to be able to like snipe people and just tap, and that's not easy for everyone. It's really not. Like if you're trying to be,
you need good aim, but
if you're just jumping into this game for the first time ever, you're like, I want to play the most broken character. It's like, okay, and then pick up Hela.
If you've never played a shooter, maybe Hela isn't the best first choice, but
yeah, I would say Punisher's far easier than her.
Oh,
because
for sure, definitely.
Like
he has a shotgun.
He has a shotgun. Like done deal. Like yeah,
he has a shotgun and a turret. Iron Man. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. He's either brain rot or easy.
I think he's easy. I don't think he's brain rot per se.
I'm good with easy.
I'd say easy because a lot of people surprisingly don't know how to fly with him.
I was gonna say you need somewhat good movement, not to just die immediately. Actually, but if you know the campy spots, you could be a menace and just camp in the skybox.
I think he's easy. He's close to being like the easiest character though. Like a lot of newer players do like to pick him up, and you know they can excel, but they actually lack understanding how to use the flight. And
it's because they don't have any air strafing or stuff like that, which makes sense.
Like they don't know how to.
You're not just gonna know how to do that immediately.
Right. Okay. So where are we putting Luna? I'm not even gonna go over Iron Man. Iron Man's just easy. You just sit back and shoot.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Luna, I think Luna's like mid.
You think so?
Yeah, because you got to be able to hit like freezes. But besides that, I mean, her kit's pretty like you shoot, you heal.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, her ultimate's pretty, can save the lives of everyone. She has a good kit. You do have to have aim for her. I would.
You do need aim. She's a pretty easy like kit though.
She is an easy kit.
Like I think even the freeze isn't too hard, but
yeah, I'd say I would agree with this because she's like Hela, where you do need to be able to aim pretty consistently, and that it's not saying a lot, but I would say for healer wise, like if you're not hitting your shots,
yeah, you're getting more value the more shots you hit, especially with like.
Yeah, you like it's not like Rocket or Rocket. Like that's the thing. Like Rocket, like you don't actually have to have aim. You just need to be able to like.
You just need to have your right click bound. If you have your right click bound, you win.
You just need to shoot in the general direction, and then the AOE of the heals will do itself. Like Luna, like I've had people like I'm like I need heals. Like I am healing you. And it's like no, you're not. You're not hitting your shots. Like I need you to heal me. Well, I hit one of them. It's like, I need you to hit all four of those. Like,
yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah. I can only imagine how hard it's going to be for controller players.
Oh,
because there's no aim. There's no aim assist on
No constant.
teammates.
No aim assist.
No aim
Yeah.
assist on teammates.
No aim assist on teammates is interesting, but I
I'm
feel like is there aim assist on enemies? Right.
Yeah, aim assist on enemies, but no aim assist on
I th-
teammates. I played
I think that's fair.
I played Overwatch on Xbox before, like for like a long time because I had a group of friends that we played with.
Mhm.
And whenever I did play healer, like playing like Anna, for instance, was really hard because like
Yeah.
not having aim assist on your teammates for heals is actually problem son. Like it is kind of hard. You do get
Yeah.
used to it, but it's not like an easy thing to do. Storm. I think
Storm. I
Storm
think
is.
actually somewhat hard.
That's what I was about to say. I think she's pretty hard. She like you have to be a good team player for her to be actually like.
Like, yeah,
If you just go in,
she's such a team player. Like the speeds and like the damage boosts are so like important. I feel like that's what makes her hard. It's just knowing when to do that.
yeah, I think like in general, like if you want to pick up the game immediately and go, oh, Storm, I love X-Men, and then you pick up Storm, you're gonna be like, this chick does not do anything.
Yeah, like
what is the point
besides
of
her ult, I feel like it's her ult is pretty brain rot, but at the same time, the rest of her kit, you gotta think. You gotta know
her
what you're doing.
her ultimate is probably one of the best in the game.
It's really good.
Like it is actually a really frustrating thing to have done because not a lot of heroes can always escape it, especially if they know they're on like cooldowns. Like, man, it's a pretty good ult, but I don't think it's a good enough ult to carry people. I'm gonna put Loki at BO. What do you think?
Do you think so?
He's actually like he's either sweaty or like super sweaty. Like he's hard.
I feel like at the moment though, Loki just kind of sucks. But I also don't want him to be good.
I
Like,
don't.
I don't.
I fear anyone always like all my new friends that don't know how to play. Like when they like want to jump into a game, like oh, I want to play Loki. It's like please don't, because I
No,
need
I Loki is so like he's so booty right now. I feel like they just need to. I don't know. I feel like they should make him like decent, but I'd never want him to see Loki be like meta.
He's like hard to play though because you're actually like it's all about positioning your statues. That's what they're called, right? They're called statues.
You know what? Put Loki in somewhat hard.
You think somewhat hard? I think he's actually way harder to use than Black Panther.
You think so?
I don't know, man. Like he's a very interesting. He's a healer that like you set up statues and like you have to manage those things. Like that is not an easy task.
I mean, that's true.
For a new
That's true.
player, to pick up a character.
Okay, wait. For a new player, maybe.
They're not gonna have any like what do I do
Yeah,
with
for a new
these?
player, they might not know what to do with Loki.
They'll
but
never know how to heal properly. They'll never know how to use their lamps. They're never gonna know how to like they're put the statues and then they're not gonna know how to use their cooldowns. He is so incredibly hard.
I mean,
So much management.
I think he's somewhat hard. I'm okay with Sweat though. I see it. I see the vision.
Yeah, he's not an easy pickup. Like even for me, like right, like I've picked him up before, and I'm like, this is a lot. Like even for me, like this is a lot. Like this is a character you have to sit down, legitimately spend time on, and figure like what is your game plan around every little corner. How do you set up your statues? How do you like maintain like all of that thought process while still healing your team? It's a lot.
Hmm.
I'm gonna keep him at Sweat. Honestly, I think he's not an easy pick.
I mean, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it.
All right, Adam Warlock.
He might be. He's Sweat or Bo.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. I
feel
think like
no new player knows how to use this dude.
that's
He's
what I'm
so-
saying. I mean,
he's so goated.
he's so good, but at the same time, like I could just see in bronze somebody just like full revives everybody right in the middle of like a Magneto ult. Like, I feel like you gotta his ult and his like his link are just so good.
Sweaty.
Yeah, I think Sweat. I think Sweat.
He's a hard healer. All right.
Namor,
I mean, to be fair, he has
I
AI doing the job for
I
him.
think I think he's easy. I don't think
I
he's brain rot. I think he's easy.
he's pretty easy.
He's really straightforward to play.
He's pretty straightforward. You do have to have somewhat good aim with him, but the turrets do kind of
Yeah, I mean he is
do a lot.
projectile, but his turrets and his like bubble he has are all pretty like straightforward.
He is a pretty easy pickup. Like you can hit one shot. He's like Hella, but like kind of easier, I think.
Hmm.
Like you can get away with hitting one or two shots every once in a while. Like you're okay missing with him. He shoots fast enough to make a difference.
Yeah.
But I mean, the AI just kind of like I've
Yeah, his
seen-
turrets are so strong.
they honestly do the whole job for him.
And if you know the spots, he's powerful.
All right, where are we putting Mantis?
Somewhat hard, somewhat hard.
Think so?
Yeah. I think she's harder to play than Luna, but not like I don't know. I feel like only because you have to hit shots with her
You do
to get the healing back.
she actually has a massive kit.
Yeah.
It's
Her kit's pretty stacked. But I feel like
Great
I
kit.
think somewhat hard's fair.
She is a great character. I think it's a lot to like new players that come into the game. They're gonna look at her kit and they're gonna get overwhelmed because they're gonna be like, this is so many abilities. Like she has like what 5 abilities, 6 abilities, like 18 abilities.
She has like 30. Yeah, she has a lot of abilities, but at the same time, I feel like her
His damage.
Actually, I don't know. Her sleep is pretty easy to land, but at the same time, I think just the fact you have to hit headshots to get your healing back is like
But
that makes her hard. Isn't that what it is? I think you hit crits to get your healing back faster.
I wouldn't. That sounds about right. And
I
plus,
think
she's a
that's right.
projectile.
I'm pretty sure that's how it works, but don't hold me to that. But I don't know. I just feel like her damage is so much more impactful too.
I think she's hard to play no matter what. I think she's somewhat hard.
I think she's harder than Luna. So that's what I'm basing it off of, really.
Yeah, I would agree. She has, I think, 6 abilities. Yeah, I'm like looking it up right now. It's kind of ridiculous.
They should just give her another.
Yeah, whatever. She has a lot. Plus, she has a revive, which is broken.
Okay, we're close to talking about that.
Yeah. Okay. So next on the list, Brain Dead.
Bucky and Capped are gonna have to be mainly you.
Yeah,
I didn't get to experience them too much.
Although Bucky is, I'm gonna put him at mid for now. He's actually, you do need aim with him because he has a very short ammo base, and you do need to understand how to do some things with him. He has a pretty straightforward plan, though. You need to be able to hit your hooks and hit your shots. But for the most part, he hits like a truck. I'm going to put him at mid. Like, I'm almost tempted to put him at easy. But he
Really?
Yeah, he's like, he hits like a truck. You can make up for, like, missing shots at times. Like, his shots, like, do, like, 50% damage. Like, you can, it feels at times that it almost feels like you could, like, not 50% damage, but he's not incredibly hard. I would say he's easier than Star-Lord.
Yeah.
Because all you need to do is, like, you just need to hit, like, one hook and your team will do the rest. It's not that bad. He doesn't have much mobility though, so like I'm just gonna keep him at mid. Captain America, I'm tempted to put him as either hard or sweaty. He actually he has a pretty
Really? You think he's almost sweat level?
He actually takes a lot. Like he has a he
Okay,
has
I mean
he has a lot of abilities.
his one shot combo. You do need like, it's a lot of inputs in a row. It's not like hard inputs, but like it's one of those kind of combos where somebody isn't just going to do it by like accident.
The easiest thing to to relate him to is he actually plays a lot like he's like kind of like Thor or Hulk when it comes to his playstyle. He's very like in your face.
Yeah.
The thing is though is that he's easier than them due to his he has sprint. Like he's the only hero he's a tank that has infinite sprint.
Like Chaos. Your, your mic is it sounds like you're a robot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, probably because of the Discord, but I don't think it's on my main thing.
Oh, okay, okay.
Am I
As long
better
as
now?
it's fun on your
Is
end.
it better?
Yeah, it's better. It's better.
You don't like my Roboto, Mr. Rogato? No, dude, I would say he's somewhat hard. He has a big kit. He does take some time to learn, but you need to be able to like dive in with him properly. He offers a lot. He does take a lot to figure out. I would say he's hard. He's somewhat hard to play. And then obviously
Brain rot.
the BO stays in the spandex on this one.
No,
He's
no.
just
So
cooking in spandex, bro.
I refuse. Spider-Man is literally top of brain rot.
You think he's brain? You know what?
Yes, he is absolutely brain rot.
He's hard.
You think he's hard?
He's the hardest character to figure out next to Penny. Like, yeah, sure.
I
Once you
mean-
figure him out, sure. but,
Okay,
like,
wait. That's true. That's true. I'm thinking of.
Like he is broken, and if you die with Spider-Man, Light said this himself. If you die with Spider-Man, it's 100% your fault. It's not the enemy's. Like
That's true.
His philosophy is that you should never die with Spider-Man. He's that.
Shout out my
broken.
boy Rasmus.
Dude, no, Light is easily the best Spider-Man in the world. Like, I know there's a lot of good players. That dude, wait until you see his gameplay. Like, it's not even a joke. Like, this dude's this move. No, I'm not kidding you. I've seen some of the movement tech he does with him, and it's stupid. Like, he does these slingshot like bounce moves off grounds that I didn't even know were a thing. Like he gets in front of you and slingshots back. It's crazy. But in terms of hard, this is not a character you can just waltz in.
I mean, yeah. If this is your first time playing Spider-Man, yeah, probably not going to be the GOAT immediately.
You're gonna be told to get off this character ASAP. It's like,
I mean, yeah. If you're throwing on Spider-Man, it's kind of like
he's really hard. He's rewarding when you do get good, and he is. Once
yeah.
you
If you're a good
combos,
player, you can just abuse Spider-Man every game. But
once you figure out like his actual like kit, and you like he is considered a 5-star character in the game, but like once you figure out his kit and you know how to play him, you have good game sense, you know how to dive in, you know how to utilize your combos. He does literally Magic and Black Panther's jobs, but like easier. Like he just gets in and like just tears it up. But
I mean, his one-shot combo just kind of
yeah, he's
it kind of just seals the deal.
Like you need to be a pinnacle peak player to utilize Spider-Man correctly. If you are a new player, you're like, I want to play Spider-Man, yay! Just be prepared.
I honestly think once you just learn the one-shot combo, you're the GOAT. You
there's
just
a
start
lot.
one-tapping
There's a
everybody.
lot. Like the reason why, like,
There's a lot you can do. There's a difference between like you're saying like a light level player and somebody who can just like abuse Spider-Man.
right, like if it's your
There's a
first time,
difference.
if it's your first time playing, guarantee you the first thing you're doing is you're going to YouTube and you're looking up how to play this character. Like that is the like first and foremost thing. Like there's no questions if ands or buts. Like Spider-Man is probably the most searched how to play on YouTube purely because he is literally Marvel's #1 like all time. You know,
He's the picture boy.
he's the mascot. I mean,
Yeah, he's the post boy. He's the guy in the front of everybody.
I mean, when you think about it, like in terms of comics, like he's the highest Marvel selling comic book of all time.
Mhm.
You know, next to Superman on DC. But like,
I mean, even
Spider-Man-
in like movies too, he's the most.
he's easily his
Yeah,
movies
yeah,
alone,
he's the most
$1 billion.
popular character.
Yeah, like everyone's gonna want to play this character, but sadly, he's extraordinarily
I
tough to
do
play.
actually really like shout out for making like the most popular character somewhat hard to play.
Yeah, I mean, but rightfully so. I mean, he is a
Yeah, I mean,
character
his
that needs
kit
that.
is like I'm happy they didn't dumb down his kit just because he's Spider-Man.
I mean, when you think about it, right? Like, have you played the PlayStation games?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know how like the PlayStation games, like you have like this journey of like learning all the moves and stuff, and like if you like stop playing the PlayStation games, right?
Mhm.
And you literally pick it up after like a year, you actually still have to relearn all of those combos, right? Like you have to
Mhm.
relearn how to swing and how to do all like you have to remember all of it. Spider-Man's a character, like if you stop practicing the character, you're gonna forget how to use him.
Yeah.
And like you have
He's
to
definitely he's definitely like you need to be warmed up. You don't
yeah,
just
yeah. You have to
you're not
like
just Spider-Man ready immediately, probably.
a lot of timing in between like his kit, knowing like how to zip on onto the floor, when to pull people in, when to go to them, like
When
how
to
to
pull
use the
people
web.
off the edge of the cliff.
Yeah, like how to web, how to what is it called? Web blast for extra damage. Like how to do that in the middle of a combo. Like you're punching them, web blaster, punching them just for extra damage. And then like on top of that, you're a character that literally cannot stay in the sky forever. You're always falling. So like to have good aim and like he's the epiphany of like what like a good player has to be to play. And it's rough because he's like the fan favorite. But all right, so we're gonna go and do the team ups now.
Is that Loki and Hela?
Yeah, hard.
Mm,
This is insane. Like
you think it's
this one's never happening.
this is
It's never happening. I've seen it once, only ever. You're not gonna see a Thor
I
and
feel like it's only because Loki's so bad right now.
Thor and Loki. You just don't like you don't see someone going, "Yo, I'm playing Thor." Can someone else go Loki? Like you don't see someone saying that. Like sure, maybe someone says Hella, but like Hella's not being like, "Yo, can someone go Thor for me?" Like you don't see that. Like Thor, like Hella's just like, "Nah, bro, I'm good on my own." Like I'll
Yeah,
just.
well, Hela's already just broken as she is.
It's just like I don't
Like
need.
you don't need the team up. I feel
Yeah.
like in terms of like because I'm thinking of how easy the team up is to get value of, like off of. So don't you do it. And I'm retired.
Continue. Continue.
unironically, it's gonna go in brain rot, by the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, that I feel like in terms of how easy it is to get value from it, I feel like it's like easy because you just kill somebody and they're back.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I'm putting this here. I'm sorry.
Don't say sorry.
There's
Don't
no
say
ways
sorry.
around it. This
It's
is like
literally brain rot.
it's the
That
best team
ability
up.
is that I've never been so happy to be a Scarlet Witch main. Like I could not have asked for like a more
You can do
brain rot.
anything. You just exist, and this is
Like,
broken.
why do you think I love it so much? All I have to do is exist, and now Vic can just shoot out tree
People just
logs at
love
the
you.
enemy supports.
People just love you purely for the fact that you just play the character. Like, oh yes, I
I
got a
love
Scarlet, and you're like, oh, but not only am I Scarlet, I'm a
it's
good
literally
Scarlet.
it's literally what Vic did. He was like,
He
"Oh my
purely
gosh, a Scarlet player!"
he picked you up and became best friends with you purely because you just used one character only.
I mean, same reason for him. He's my one and only Magneto.
You
I'll
guys
never
need a
replace him.
Valentine's Day, I swear.
He's my one and only.
All right, so Rocket and this, I think it's pretty
It's
mid. It may be hard. I don't really.
I
See
mean,
this being good. I don't know.
mm,
I'll put it as like
it's
it's easy.
it's
To do.
easy. It's easy. It's easy. It's easy in terms of how like let's say let's rate on how easy to get value from it. So like that's easy. Like you
All
just
the new
exist on the
players,
team
all the
and you
new
get like
players,
extra health.
they love this. Like, oh, I could ride on Groot's leg or on
No.
his shoulders. Like,
No.
it's like,
You
oh,
just die.
awesome. And then I'm just like, get off my shoulders. Why? I'm giving you 150, blah 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 blah. Or is it 150 health, or is it like, is it 150?
Does he wait, do you have to be on his shoulder to give him the health bonus?
I forget. I actually forget. I have to reread it. It's been a long time. I usually tell people just get off me.
I actually think it's a horrible play to stay on the person.
Especially as Jeff, because your head.
You die.
Your
You just
head-
die.
I think Jeff is the only character in the game. I think they should just get rid of a hitbox on his head.
Yeah, because doesn't he already have like some headshot mitigation? It doesn't even feel like he does.
I don't even know. I just know that his head's his whole freaking body, and like
Because at least for like he's half head. It's
yeah.
like I don't know. He's very easy to kill though.
Symbiote.
Symbiote, brain rot.
You think so?
Yes.
I do think
That
you
is
still
such
need to be. You need to be somewhat
No.
good to utilize.
No,
this.
that is a brain rot ability.
Hear me out. So like you need to be good with Spider-Man, and you also need to be good with Penny. And I'm gonna be honest,
Okay,
I've never seen this on
I
on on. I've never seen a Penny actually use this correctly.
if you're going Penny Venom just for this combo, you might just be cooked.
Spider-Man combo though, like
I think Spider-Man, it's brain rot. Penny, it's BO.
no, we have to see this from like a new player perspective though.
That's what I'm saying. I think for Spider-Man, it's like really easy to get value of, even if it's your first time playing it. But I think for this, for Penny, I'm not sure.
I think it's hard to pull off because like Spider-Man, you have to like you do have to learn the character. These two characters are like the hardest, in my opinion, the hardest characters to use, and then that's just adding a layer on top.
I think getting really techie with Spider-Man is the hard part. I think in terms of using them for like what they're made for, not Penny, but just Spider-Man, I feel like he's pretty easy.
I'm gonna run in
to,
as a
like,
symbiote, and push him back.
See, okay. I feel like Penny.
I'll give this to you.
Let's put it in mid.
That's what I wanted to do originally.
Then put it in easy.
Shut up. Okay, we're going to move on to the next one. Okay, this one's brain rot.
Oh, which one? Oh yeah, it's brain rot. That one's actually brain.
You don't even have to do anything. You just
That one's another Scar Mag situation. You just exist, and bam, I shoot out nukes.
You just exist, and then Iron Man becomes like a god. Like he literally just gets triple damage, like for no reason.
Yeah, that one's pretty brain rotty.
I will say, okay, Punisher and Rocket. You think this is brain rotty, or do you think this is easy? That's pretty easy. Right? You just lay it down and just let Punisher go to town.
Honestly, either brain rot or easy. It's probably.
I'll do this because you do a lot. You get a lot.
It's pretty straightforward. You put down the thing and you get infinite ammo.
I'm putting this at sweaty.
Sweat. That's
Punisher,
definitely sweat.
Punisher and Magic. I've seen only one person in the whole world utilize. Two people in the world use this, and it's Necros and Light. And
yeah,
that's it. That's the only people I've seen actually use the teleport, and they're like they even then, like, I don't think you're gonna use a Magic and Punisher, Black Panther together. This is brain rotty.
No, yeah, you just come back.
You just literally get to come back for free.
You get full revive from just existing. It's worse than, actually it's tied with Mag Sword. It's not worse. It's different. One, you just come back, and then the other one, you just can 2-tap somebody.
I think it's literally the best one. This has to be.
I do think it's the best.
You
in
just
my
get
mind,
free value.
This Magnetos feels broken in terms of damage, but just bringing a character back for existing is crazy.
Like, oh, I died. Let me just get a respawn. It's like, what? And you can choose to not do it.
Yeah, you get the choice. That's definitely top of brain rot.
I would
Jeff
say
and Luna, it's mid.
Yeah,
it's easier mid. Mid.
It's pretty easy. Like you basically get one extra. Actually, no, it's pretty easy. Or
it's easy.
For Namor, it's easy, but for Jeff, it's, I don't know. Jeff.
I mean, for Jeff,
he just becomes.
It's easy.
Stronger. It's pretty easy.
Yeah, it's easy. It's pretty easy. I think it's fair.
Yeah. And then Thor and Storm.
That's mid.
What is their job? Like, she just gets an ability, and what does she do for Thor? He makes him get thunder faster.
I'll be honest. I know it like buffs Storm and gives her a new ability.
Gives her the chain ability.
I don't even know what it does to Thor.
I think it helps him regenerate his thunderbolts faster. I'm gonna be honest.
Is that what it is? I am not familiar with that one.
I'm gonna put this.
I did not see many people run Thor Storm.
It's a good combo, but I
mean, it definitely buffs Storm a lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it there. So this is our tier list from easiest to use to the smelliest of smell.
Like, you showed this tier list to somebody. What could it possibly mean?
I'm screenshotting this.
What could this, like, if we didn't tell you right now, what could this tier list possibly mean?
The best.
I almost don't even know what it means.
I'm gonna post this on Twitter, and then I'm just gonna Twitter just go crazy. Like, what the heck is this playlist? You think Spider-Man's BO? Like, what does this mean?
I think this tier list is completely fair and honest.
I had fun. I had fun doing this. Okay, so did you still want to do your tier list? We want to revise your tier list?
Yeah, we can do my tier list. Okay. Spider-Man S. Straight
Yeah.
up Spider-Man S.
This is
Brain
this
rot. Easy.
easy. This is best sweat.
Best sweat. And then D just put awful, horrible throwing.
Thoring.
Like these are yeah. Yeah, these are just throw picks. And then A, B, C can just stay those.
Hold on, I got those here. Vic.
No, yeah, but just put Vic.
Vic, I'm throwing.
Yeah, perfect.
Vic, I'm throwing. Yeah, you go. That's fair. No.
Wait, get rid of best sweat and just put
We'll just do a normal tier list.
we won't brain rot this one.
Broken. We'll just do broken.
Just yeah, broken. Broken's fine. Okay.
I'll keep it at A, yeah.
Yeah, I think the rest are okay.
All right. Where are you putting? You're putting Spider-Man at broken. Do you want to explain why?
I mean, he has a one-tap combo. You add it with Venom's symbiote. He's got the whole package deal. Hulk, I think he's B.
Okay. Venom.
Pretty obvious. Venom, in terms of how good he is, probably also B.
You think B?
Yeah.
What?
He's so easy to kill. He's like, I feel like he's just like not as good.
All right. What else?
Only because he's not as good as the other tanks. Magneto A. Sorry, Vic. Groot is D. Groot's D.
How dare you? That's okay.
I'm
not liking this list.
Chaos. He is filthy right now, and you know it.
Put him in my hands, and I'll make it work.
You'll make him broken.
Yeah, I'll make him.
I mean, he's pretty filthy right now.
The first time I ever played against you and Vic, I got a double kill, and I went to town with Groot. Okay, I just want to put that out there.
Okay, you were doing good, but we don't talk about the night I beat you 10 games in a row.
About it. I just keep the worst teammates.
Okay, you were getting unlucky. You were getting unlucky, but I was going crazy on Scarlet.
Okay. Next.
Doctor Strange, A.
Okay.
They're good. Penny.
How dare
Penny's
you?
like C.
I hate you. I hate
you. I'm sorry, Chaos, but somehow right now in my mind, Penny's better than Groot.
There's no way.
I'm sorry, but at the current state, I'd rather have a Penny than a Groot.
Whatever. This is your list.
This is you know, you suck. I'm thinking of like a list in my mind of like this is my top 500 brain thinking of like if I'm having full good players on my team, you know?
Whatever.
Like I'd rather have somebody new instead of play
that. On to the next one.
Or is C. C. Do not put him in B. Put him in C.
Oh, my bad.
You monster. Scarlet, broken. Scarlet's broken.
You think Scarlet's broken? Okay. This has to be the worst list I've ever seen.
Put her above Spider-Man. Black Panther, I'll be honest, probably like B or C. She's good, but you got to be really good at them. A. She's A.
You think A? Damn.
Yeah. Hella A. Oh, no, S. Yeah, she's definitely S tier. No, not above Scarlet. She's.
You think? Oh my god, this is a troll. You're trolling.
Iron Man is probably A. Luna.
This is your how do I say this is your credibility here, okay? People are gonna think that okay,
well, keep in mind I literally only play Scarlet, so like in terms of like nothing means anything to me. Nothing means anything to me in this, like
okay.
This is my Scarlet Vision right here.
All right.
Okay,
Luna.
Luna's like A. Luna's A. Shout out my boy Jonathan. Punisher is probably. I don't know if he's broken. He's pretty. I'd put him in A.
There's no way you did not just put Punisher and not in S tier.
I don't know. He's.
There's no.
I mean, he's.
There's
I
no
mean,
way. There's no world that he's not S tier.
he's
right
so
now.
easy to counter though.
This is true. This is
He's
true.
so like
But
like I
he's
feel
aimbot.
like he is aimbot, but at the same time, my primary is aimbot all the time.
I'm just put this out there. The second if people ever learn to cheat in this game, you know.
Oh,
that
it's over. It's over. It's actually over.
He's 100% the character that's just gonna be there. Like that's
And you'll notice immediately.
it's either that or Star Lord.
Okay, cheating on Star Lord would be wild.
Star Lord, no, dude. Star Lord is a
You
menace.
would kill somebody in like 2 seconds.
You just need to fly around. No, like him, Punisher, and Hela easily are like the beamers.
Yeah, I
They're-
feel like
they're the
Star Lord.
BMWs.
You can go ahead and put Star Lord in B.
Crazy.
Storm B. Loki D. Above Groot though.
No,
No, yeah.
there's no way. There's,
Yeah.
there's no way.
You can't bring yourself to do it.
Dude, are you serious? You think Loki's better than Groot? There's no logical way.
Okay,
Like,
okay. Let me cook.
You're
I feel
literally
like
doing this to piss me off.
I feel like I'm happier seeing a Loki than a Groot. Because like I feel like if you're really good at Loki, you can like live.
And if you're
Even if you're really good at
Groot,
Groot, I feel like if you're also fighting really good players, you're just gonna get blown out the water if they have a better team.
I hate you.
Rocket broken.
Not Punisher?
No, Rocket is Rocket. Rocket's my goat. Okay, he's broken. Adam broken. Adam is insanely broken. Namor, he's like C. He's okay. He ain't that good. Jeff broken. But put Jeff in A.
I think this character's great. A?
Yeah, I think
You've
I
been
think- I
hanging out
think-
with Fate too much.
Fate kind of inspired me. I'll be honest. I think
This is purely a tier of. This is purely for him and him only.
like I think this really is the Fate list right now. I think Jeff, people just haven't unlocked his potential yet. I feel like once we see somebody who's really good at Fate on the ladder, it's going to be a different story. Okay, Mantis, honestly, A. But not above Jeff. There we go, perfect.
That's Hela, Thor,
I mean,
and
that team up's good, but I feel like I've not seen it used very much right now. Probably like C. That's like a C. S. Broken. C. It's a good team
so
up, but
Groot, Rocket, and Jeff is C.
yeah, that's a C. It's not being used right now as much as
Yeah.
I've
Symbiote.
seen. Broken.
That's crazy.
Broken. That is a broken team up.
I love how they're not even an S tier character, but with this ability.
The team up is S tier, okay, compared to all the other team ups. Okay, Rocket, that's a. I mean, it's like A. I'll put in the middle there. Black Panther and Magic.
This is the most
I don't even fully-
underwhelming, like when I see
I don't even
happen,
fully understand what it does. Like,
it
is
just
it?
teleports. It just gives.
I mean,
Black Panther the
I'll
ability-
put it in like C.
That's generous. This thing is so like.
But I feel like it's one of those things because I'm thinking like top level players, if they know how to utilize it, I feel like it's probably not D.
Yeah.
I think C's fair.
right.
S. Put that thing in S immediately. As a disgusting team up.
That is the Mantis and Adam team up. Okay, Jeff.
Luna and Jeff, that's like a B. It's B.
B.
Yeah.
And last but not least, we have Thor and
It's C. It's another C.
C.
Yeah.
Dang.
Look at this beautiful list.
Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Turn the
And,
notifications on.
Is there anything you want to say before we leave?
Is that this is my true honest opinions, this list. I'm not even kidding.
All right. Well, okay. With that being said, you guys, it's been fun. But yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. We're gonna go ahead and end it off with that. Next week, we have a very fun episode coming out. We have 2 other guests coming, and we're gonna be talking about skins, future wants, and basically things like that. What we think and what we would like to see for the year to come once the game is released. So if you guys can, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Chris, do you want to say anything beforehand?
Goodbye, everybody. I love you all.
Okay.
Thank you for watching.
I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.